Hi there, I'm Renaud from DidgeReviv, Reviving Didgeridoos, and today we're going to talk about how to choose your first didgeridoo. Choosing a didgeridoo is not easy, but it's not too complicated neither. The first thing you want to do is to check the instrument itself. So, if you have a painted didgeridoo, you have to examine the instrument and be sure you don't have any cracks that would be difficult to see with the painting. Sometimes you can have cracks underneath the instrument, so it can be tricky. You have to check also the quality of the wood. This is an important aspect of the instrument. If you have a didgeridoo that has a 2 feet wall layer, that will result in a loss of the brightness of the sound. This is a raw didgeridoo, cut it, from eucalyptus tree. You can see that the inside, although naturally hollowed, is quite thick. Okay, you still have the bark on it, and the sound will be like that. So the sound is okay, but you can feel as you play that it lacks vibration, it lacks a certain deepness and a certain brightness. Now this is a finished didgeridoo of the same pitch. You can feel as you play it that you have more resonance and you have more brightness in the harmonics. And it's because it has been removed of the excess of wood at the bell, but also at the mouthpiece. So this is another example of the wood that has been, a log that has been removed from the bark, okay, turned into a playable didgeridoo, apparently a so-called playable didgeridoo. And as you look closely, you can see that the thickness at the bell is quite big, and the same at the mouthpiece. Okay, so this is an unfinished didgeridoo sold as a finished instrument. For my first didgeridoo, what pitch should I buy? That's a question I often get. And it's difficult to really reply to that question. There is a range of different notes that didgeridoo have, from very low to very high. And to give you a very short example, this is a high pitch didgeridoo. It's a G sharp, very high pitch. Now this is what I would consider to be in the intermediate range. And now this is what I consider to be low, really low. So to answer the question of the type of note that you could buy, it will also depend on the type of playing that you would wish to play. But as a first didgeridoo, I would also say that it really depends how you resonate with the instrument. Some people will resonate with high-pitched didgeridoos, and some of us will resonate with low-pitched didgeridoos. So it's important that for a first instrument, for a first didgeridoo, you spend a little time investigating what's best for you and what you like the most. What about online purchasing? Personally, I never really enjoyed online purchase for instruments, because I think it's really something you need to try, and especially again for didgeridoo, that is the type of instrument that you need to have a sense of, to have a feeling of, in terms of vibration and harmony. So you can go online, there are many platforms, and sometimes they have good didgeridoo, but the problem is that you won't be able to test them, you won't be able to feel vibrations. So whenever possible, try to go and try. It's important that you have a feeling of the instrument that you buy. It's, in my opinion, the most important thing. Having a connection, having a feeling that the instrument that you are buying is the right one for you. You have to feel the vibration, you have to feel that the harmonies are right. How much should I pay for a first didgeridoo? This is also a good question. Well, first it's up to the budget you have for that. But I would say didgeridoo is an instrument, it's a musical instrument. So just like any kind of instrument, it will go with different qualities. So you could very well buy a very cheap didgeridoo, and this kind I would suggest something like PVC or bamboo, that is usually very predictable in terms of sound. However, if you want to spend a little bit of a minimum, I would say that in the range of 200 to 300 you will have something that is meant to be playable and that will give you the best as a first didgeridoo in terms of response and also reflecting on what you do. Should I buy a didgeridoo straight away? Well, again, it depends what you want to do and what's your budget. A possibility that I often offer to people is to first take a few classes, and at DidgeReviv we have heaps of didgeridoos available for students that wish in the first time to be sure of the type of didgeridoo that they want, and to have at least the fundamentals to be able to test the didgeridoo that we would wish to buy. So this is definitely an option. Didgeridoo is a traditional instrument from the Australian Aboriginal people, and therefore we have to respect its origin and its culture and avoid counterfeited instruments. Didgeridoo is a tool used to connect to the land, to the ancestors, to the spirit, and that's also the way I like it to use it. There are many didgeridoos on the market. Some are not traditional, although they can be genuine, and some obviously are counterfeited. So please, in your research for didgeridoo, avoid to buy counterfeited didgeridoo that come from overseas with Aboriginal paintings. What we do at DidgeReviv is reviving didgeridoo. It's renovating didgeridoos that are genuine, a collector's didgeridoo from Australia. And in a world that is led by consumerism, we like the idea that we can bring back to life didgeridoos had a story. We had didgeridoos that were 40, 30 years old, and all the didgeridoo that we have are fully playable to be played on stage. Don't hesitate to send us inquiry, to visit us, to test with didgeridoos, and to be guided.